Hey, I'm Dr. Kate Walker, and I'm excited to present another finalist for our 2024 Practice Grant giveaway. This is Josh Killam with Becoming You Counseling, and this is part of our Share the Love series in February. So remember, as we do this, part of this is learning how to connect to our fellow counselors, learning how to refer to our fellow counselors, right? It's not about competition. There's plenty to go around. And so, how do we connect clients with our exceptional colleagues? So, Josh, thank you so much for letting me interview
Mhm.
you, and we'll get started.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, I'm putting the glasses back on. So, number one, where are you located, and how can our listeners refer clients to your practice?
Yeah, I'm in Austin, Texas. My practice is in South Austin. I have a virtual practice and also an in-person practice. And in terms of referring clients, the website is best, becomingyoucounseling.org, is the easiest way to get in touch with me.
Okay, and I'm looking at the website, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful website. And so it's really clear to see, like, if you are trying to refer someone for individual therapy or play therapy, couples and family, or intensive therapy. So if you're a counselor listening to this, it's easy to help neighbors, colleagues, friends get at least onto the website and understand what to do next. Plus, it's cool. It looks like you've got some blogs going on here. So very, very easy to navigate, and so very easy to refer to you. So
Hmm.
thank you for that.
Yeah. Hmm. Thank you.
Um, what do you love about your business? And before I hit record on this, you've got more than one iron in the fire, right? You've got some
Hmm.
other things going
Yeah.
on besides just your counseling.
Yeah. I think the initial piece outside of just being a counselor and a helping professional is owning my own business, making my own schedule. I have three children that, being a business owner gives me the opportunity to spend time with my family, have a good work-life balance, and so that's a big priority of mine outside of being a counselor. But in terms of being a counselor, I'm it's an honor to sit with every client that comes in and ask for help. It's an honor to be able to offer them help. I practice mainly coherence therapy. It's a experiential therapy, and the deep work that type of therapy guides us into is just extremely rich and profound. And so that's really just what drives me, is being able to, have a client. Typically, my clients are those that have struggled, been in therapy for many years without any results. They find coherence therapy, and through coherence therapy, they'll reach out to me. And the message with coherence therapy is that we can offer you transformational change. And so it's a real rich experience to be able to sit with clients and um, guide them to that change. Another aspect is I've recently become a trainer for the Coherence Psychology Institute, and that's just been a gift to be able to share what I've learned about coherence therapy with other therapists. We offer trainings from the Institute. I'm a part of a workshop we offer every 2 months. And so that's been recent over the past 18 months, I think. And prior to that, I just was in private practice seeing clients Monday through Thursday, uh, kind of that typical private practice schedule. And then the past 18 months, I've added in this training aspect. And so that's been pretty awesome. New, some learning edges there in terms of, wait a second, I'm not with clients every day. I can shift myself. It's not quite supervision, obviously, but it's more of that training. I'm with other therapists, and so that's been a new fun experience that I'm looking forward to growing in the future.
Okay, so getting out of the therapy room has kind of enriched your whole professional experience, sounds like.
Yeah. It's been different. I didn't seek it out. It wasn't an aim of mine. I felt value from seeing clients, and I kind of just felt my focus was on being a better therapist. That was my focus, and how do I offer the best experience to my clients, and through my own learning, this opportunity kind of fell in my lap and I took it, and it's been extremely enriching in terms of helping myself grow and with my own learning. I kind of realized, wow, there's a difference between really practicing this, but then being able to teach it. And so that's really challenged me to grow. It's also added a shift, right? It's there. I have wonderful days, enriching days with clients, enriching weeks with clients, but then I have the challenging weeks, the challenging days, and that ebbs and flows. And so having that trainer aspect is a real. I'm really appreciative of it. It's been. I feel very grateful for that opportunity, and I plan to take full advantage of it.
And has that helped with the flexibility, the work-life balance, or is that
Mhm.
something you were had to kind of reinvent it once you started training?
Yeah, I think I've had to reinvent it a little bit.
Mhm.
I make my, in terms of the training, I get to make my own schedule there, but it's an interesting mindset to be in trainer mindset and therapist mindset. And so I've had to kind of navigate, okay, wait a second, where are my client days? Where are my training days? But also, I don't want to add on to my schedule because I value my time with my family and my children. And so that was a kind of a learning curve for me because I will tend to take on more and then kind of feel underwater a little bit and then look around and wonder what's going on. So I kind of found myself there. So I've had to reinvent it as I've added on the training because, as I said, it wasn't, I didn't seek it out. It was not, a goal of mine. It graciously fell into my lap, and and I just kind of ran with that opportunity. And and I'm in a place now where I've got a good balance of clients and training, and I'm very happy with where I'm at.
Sounds like, I mean, I guess I hear this theme a lot with entrepreneurs, right? It's
Mhm.
that creativeness, that we
Yeah.
have, and it's just like, oh, this could be great, this could be great. But it sounds like work-life balance is a real priority for you, and you're gonna
Yeah.
fight to establish that.
Yes, yes, very much so. Yeah, I love my work. I love every most things about it. I think it would be, incorrect to say everything about it, but I'm very grateful to have become a therapist. It's very enriching. And I know this about me that I will give too much to my work, and with my children. It's just something I've had to learn of, wait a second, this is also valuable to me. And again, owning my own business has given me that opportunity that I'm extremely grateful for to be able to, wait a second, you know what? This thing is going on with my family. I am able to prioritize that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
nice aha moment. I kind of remember the same
Yeah.
thing with my family. I've got three
Mhm.
kids, and I was talking with my husband, like, well, I just can't get Mondays off. He's like, who makes your schedule? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's right. It's me.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. So where do you struggle? You kind of alluded to that a little bit, but where do you struggle? And maybe what suggestions or what could even listeners help
Hmm.
with, or what could people give you feedback on, or what would you ask for feedback about?
Yeah. My struggle is, yeah, that's a good question. I don't market very well. My struggle is online platform, social media. I got my website done at the beginning because I was invigorated to get it done, and I had help doing it. I actually kind of was a part of it, but had somebody else help me put it together. Um, I am such tunnel vision on providing valuable therapy in the therapy room that I kind of let everything else in terms of marketing and advertising fall to the wayside. I'll have moments where, I'll try social media for a while, but I find that I can't get into it. And then if I'm not into it and it's not enriching to me, it just falls flat. So I would say that's my biggest struggle is just the marketing aspect of my presence, my marketing presence out in the world, would definitely be a growth edge of mine.
Okay. And
Yeah.
sometimes I find that people who struggle with marketing, I mean, it's really because they're satisfied with their client load, right?
Hmm.
Because if marketing works, you're going to get more clients, right? And the
Hmm.
pipeline will be full.
Hmm.
So do you feel like you're pretty satisfied with, well, this goes back to work-life balance again, then, doesn't it? Are you happy
Hmm.
with that client load and what you've got on your plate right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I would say that I am. I think it's been an interesting. I have this conversation quite a bit with colleagues about kind of that organic word of mouth referrals, um, which is where I get majority of my referrals, and I'm very happy with my caseload. I think becoming involved with the Coherence Psychology Institute and coherence therapy has also helped with that. But again, so yeah, I do think that the motivation is not necessarily there to really dig into marketing and dig into advertising because I do feel pretty comfortable with where I'm at in terms of the referrals I get and the caseload I currently have.
Okay, so this episode actually might fit into your strategy because this is like a word of mouth referral, right? This is
Yeah.
everybody being able to refer to you now because coherence therapy, and this is something you offer, and clients who are
Mhm,
looking for that,
mhm,
would be able to plug in with you.
mhm,
Um, so what side hustles, and we've kind of talked about that. Um, so what side hustles can you promote to your audience? Can people consult with you? So in addition to your practice, in addition to your training, what
mhm.
if there's a counselor listening to this who wants to know more about cohesion therapy or becoming a trainer or the Cohesion Institute?
Yeah.
Um, how could they how could they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so getting in touch with me, me personally, my website's a really good place to go to,
Yep.
becomingyoucounseling.org. I have some trainings, coherence therapy trainings on there. I host a workshop every 2 months, an introductory workshop. It's a really good place to get started. My side hustles are training,
Yeah.
those workshops, and there are different types of trainings with the Coherent Psychology Institute. They have a website as well. It's a really good, there's a lot of information on the website in terms of specific trainings, way to get started. The book Unlocking the Emotional Brain by Bruce Ecker is the one who came up with coherence therapy. So Unlocking the Emotional Brain, which I would assume some of your listeners have heard about. That's a good place to start. And in terms of consulting, whether it's with coherence therapy, I have a monthly consult group that I host that the focus is CT practitioners who are wanting to refine their skills for coherence therapy. I also have the trainings that I do through the institute, and then that workshop, and that takes up a lot of my time, a lot of my kind of outside therapy time. Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
that's so awesome. I'm back on your website looking, and so it looks like to me there's a couple of places. So if you went to services in the navigation bar, it's very clear where the coherence and executive coaching is. And when you click that,
Mhm.
it's a great description and then a link to schedule your initial consult. And when you go to contact us, I see a form, and I love this choose your preference. You're able to click a drop down menu and
Mhm.
not only select your name, but you can also select coherence or executive coaching. So you've made
Mhm.
it really, really
Yeah.
clear for people to find you for the right reason, right? Or at least you
Mhm.
know what they're looking for. You're not having to kind of ask questions that might get
Yeah.
them or you off track.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's beautiful. It's a
Mm-hmm.
great website.
Thank you.
All right. So what are your goals for 2025 and what are your plans for meeting them?
Yeah. Just a little bit staying in line with what we've talked about a little bit. My goal, I have a partner who I do the workshops with, 6 workshops this year. That'll
All
be
right.
our goal. We had 3 last year. We would like to double that this year. So 6 workshops, introductory coherence therapy workshops, and then I also would like to get my supervision status. So the plan
Oh, I know
is
a
to
great course. Just,
yeah is to take your
FYI.
course. That's in the pipeline for me
Excellent.
this year. Um, I because I've like I mentioned, training wasn't on my horizon, supervision wasn't on my horizon. I felt very happy with where I was at. Um, but since training and seeing how enriching it is and how much I'm learning and the value that I'm getting, I've decided that okay, I kind of hit my mark this year. I actually just hit 5 years in January, renewed my license, and I'm eligible for to be a supervisor. That, I'm going to kind of put it on my to-do list, and the goal is to have that done this year at some point and see where that goes. I don't know that I have a plan to really jump in and build um, develop a group of supervisees right off the bat, but it's a next step. It's another door to open and see what opportunities will show up there.
What a great specialty. I mean, if you're an associate listening to this, or if you're a grad student listening to this, and this type of therapy appeals to you, I'm always trying to make sure that we highlight supervisors with a specialty, right? Whether it's play
Mhm.
therapy or EMDR or something,
Mhm.
that they can offer that guidance. Because, it unfortunately, right? Some supervisors, right? They think they can do everything, and supervisees connect with them, and then it's disappointing, and they go to another
Yeah.
supervisor, and it just gets complicated. So if you are a graduate student or associate listening to this, then look for Josh's name on the supervisor roster here, hopefully in the next 12 months or so. And
Yep.
that would be
That
great.
that that will be the
Yeah.
plan, is that coherence therapy, I drink the Kool-Aid. I am in it. It is
I gotta read more
I
about this.
love
I
it.
know
Yeah.
nothing about it. I mean, you have piqued my interest. This is
Yeah,
nice.
it is it's fascinating. I love it. I'm all in. And so when I do become a supervisor, if I find myself with supervisees, that would be the initial conversation. Hey, here's really what I'm able to help you learn about is coherence therapy. And so if this is something you're interested in, wonderful. If not, I might not be the right fit. But it is, it is in my bones at this point. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Josh, thank you so much for letting me interview you today, and hopefully we can get some connections to you, either referrals from clients, potential clients who might be listening, or colleagues who may be listening. And again, your website, your business is Becoming You Counseling, and it's virtual and in person in
Yeah.
South Austin.
Yeah.
And thanks for
Entering.
entering
Yeah.
2024 practice grant giveaway. Thanks
Thank you for
again.
the opportunity.